Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time it's Equestria Girls special, Sunset's Backstage Pass. Very much looking forward to this, because obviously Sunset is my favourite Equestria Girls character. I mean, you could say she's my favourite pony, but even if we were to count her as one, which I don't anymore, because in Friendship Games she confirmed that she identifies as human now, she believes that's her home now, she still would lose to Trixie. I gotta say, Trixie is like my favourite pony of all time, and that's not going to change anytime soon. I just love everything about what they've done with the character, like... Sunset is awesome, but Trixie is just like, oh, top tier. I love Trixie. But Sunset, for the longest time, was my absolute favourite character, especially because I grew up in a rock and punk household as a child. That's why I love Jiro from My Hero Academia as my best girl. Like, it's all down to aesthetic and personality as well, because I love how Sunset went through a massive arc of rising to the occasion and using her talents for good, that kind of thing. I feel like she did it really well, and Rainbow Rocks felt like a genuinely well-earned triumph, which makes it one of my favourite movies ever. So more Sunset focus is always a good thing. I enjoyed the conflict she went through with Wallflower Blush in Forgotten Friendship, which, as I said, got me turned on to the idea of reacting to the specials. So this is a very good place to start. Although I did start at Spring Breakdown and had a good time with that, I definitely wanted to save this for last because I knew it was 50-50 over whether I'd enjoy Spring Breakdown or not, but I knew I was 100% guaranteed to enjoy something focused on Sunset. So I thought I should end on a high. I should end with something I know I'm gonna love, so then it doesn't even matter if I didn't like the previous video. But I've been very lucky because I loved the previous video, and so I'm set to have even more good times right now. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Oh, 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 you are my Equestria girls. Always better. Turn a sketch into a masterpiece. I'm complete. You are my Equestria girls.
Stars World Music Festival, we have arrived!
Yes!
2 days and nights
I love her outfit!
And sleeping under the stars. To Pinkie and me, this festival's about one thing only. Post-Crash!
Okay, you've all got your favourite bands.
Y'all won't stop talking about them.
Oh, Post-Crash? That's only because Post-Crash is the craziest, most amazingest pop duo ever! Post-Crash, Post-Crash, Post-Crash! Oh,
I hope we're going to get a lot of
After
songs.
they canceled their last tour to go on indefinite hiatus, we thought we'd never see them live.
but we thought wrong! Roll call!
Kiwi Lollipop
AKA Kalo!
is the cool one.
Well, Supernova Zoe
AKA Susie
is the same one!
I see a perfect blend of both, and this is adorable.
All right, less laughing and more gaffing. We got an early morning tomorrow.
This is cute. I don't think we've had much solo Pinkie and Sunset interaction. Like, that's actually really cool. It's nice to get some, like, different dynamics going, and you got changed super quick. That's a talent.
Stars World Day 1, come and get it. Hey, oh,
Did you just
sorry.
smack her
I'll
ass?
be more careful from now on. Not gonna let a little thing like intense pain ruin this.
Oh my god, Sunset just got her ass
I
smacked.
says to Big Mac, get your own chicken coop. Hey,
Sorry, that one has animals in it. What do you call a Post-Crash fan with 3 eyes? Pinkie Pie!
Okay.
I don't get it.
whoa,
Whoa! Are you You okay?
Just a little mud.
Sunset! Sunset! Look! Ah! So many lines to stand in. This day's already amazing!
Yeah, Pinkie Pie loves lines. I remember there was that one short about the best lines to stand in.
Hey!
That line's moving fast.
That's how it always goes. The line you're in always moves the slowest.
Can't this thing move any faster?
Security is an art, cannot be rushed.
Pinkie.
Lines fly when you're having fun!
Oh boy, let me guess, she's gonna get turned away.
Sunset!
Oh, no? Okay, subverted the cliche.
Y'all
Okay.
have fun seeing Post Crush. We'll see you back at camp tonight.
Main objective. Get front row for post-crush. Mission procedure. If we cut around the Neon Garden to the main stage and rush the front during Ponyvair's set, we can camp there till showtime.
Secondary objective. Win a tandem bicycle!
Ah,
All I have to do is guess how many candies are in the jar, and my sugar senses say 305. Oh,
What about seeing post-crush together?
so much for sugar
this
sensors.
bike has 2 seats, Sunset. That's one more than usual. Fine, I'll focus. Oh, look, the Neon Garden!
Oh.
Short attention spans for the loss. This is very pretty. I like this
The Neon
whole
Garden is a
aesthetic.
maze? Where is Pinkie Pie?
You should just, yeah, I was gonna say, play to her weaknesses. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Come on. We're gonna miss the show.
Aw.
Just like a little
Who
kid.
wants to be part of an art show?
I do! Guess what? I spilled paint and it looks exactly like Rarity with a pirate mustache!
That is impressive.
What? It's washable.
There. Now, no more getting separated and no more distractions.
You got it, said Woo!
They're about to go on. We'll have to push to the front row. Come on.
Puff Pastry's exclusive star-crusted cinnamon dip churros! No!
Oh, wow, that was a cute face.
Oh, I can't resist!
This is the worst possible time for churros, Pinkie.
Our bad.
Yeah, Pinkie, you kind of fucked up.
Let me hear 3 big cheers for 2 best friends who got back together for one incredible night. Post Crush!
Poor Sunny Bunny.
There they are! 2 peas in a pod. How was it? Spectacular? Amaze magic?
What's wrong?
We missed post-crush. Someone wanted to win a bike, then got us lost in a maze, covered in paint, sidelined by churros, and finally kicked out.
I'm really sorry. I wish we could do the day all over again. I'd do it different.
Me too. I'd do it alone.
Oh. See, unlike with Sidetwine, the previous one, I understand Sunset more in this one, and I swear it's not biased talking. So are we doing a Groundhog Day? Now this is... Wow, okay.
Star Swirl Day 1. Come and get it.
Ow!
Oops. Sorry. I'll be more careful from now on.
Star Swirl Day 1?
Get your own chicken coop.
Yeah, you're pretty smart. You're gonna figure it out.
Sorry, that one has animals in it.
What?
Now you can redo your day.
Crush fan with 3 eyes. Pinkie Pie!
Whoa.
Sunset, sunset, look! So many lines to stand in. This day's already amazing. Are you okay?
I'm not sure.
You come to this line often? Any other sweet lines we should hit up?
What's going on?
You said it, Sunset. What's with these long lines, man?
Security is an art. It
Can't be rushed.
Yeah, Sidefire's like, whoa, you psychic?
Well, y'all have fun seeing Post Crush. We'll see you back at camp tonight.
What do you want to do first, Sunset? There's so much we can do. Like... win a tandem bicycle? All I have to do is guess how many candies are in the jar.
Anyone else having serious deja vu?
Nope, just deja vu. Get it? 'Cause it's just
You go and
It's
sit
deja
in the
vu.
camper and think
I
about
don't
what
know
you've
how to
done.
explain it, but I did all of this yesterday.
We were at school yesterday.
Pinkie Pie? I know where she's headed.
Yeah, and that's not something you can say often. Wow, that was a creepy face.
What are we waiting for?
Pinkie, focus. If you keep running off like this, we'll be late for the concert.
Who wants to be part of an art show?
I do! No! Awesome! Ugh, if this already happened, couldn't you have warned us about the paint?
Pinkie Pie just splattered paint and it looks exactly like Rarity with a pirate mustache. How's that?
Well, that would prove it for sure.
Yep,
Seriously?
perfectly predicting Pinkie Pie.
Flashable?
So, what do you think, Twy? Any scientific explanation for this?
It's possible that yesterday a snag in the fabric of space-time could cause a temporal point, i.e. today, to fold in on itself, and thereby repeat. Quite fascinating, really.
Time
But
loop.
for how long?
Time loop! Classic Sunset.
But why only me? The only time I was alone was on the hill when I wished...
For more wishes? Solid choice.
This might sound crazy, but I think equestrian magic has given me another chance to see post-crush.
Not that crazy. Seem crazier. Wait, why didn't you see post-crush?
Mistakes were made.
Nah, don't beat yourself up. I promise we'll see them together tonight, or so help me, What's that smell? Could it be? Puffed pastries, exclusive star crust, and cinnamon
Yeah,
cheese.
yeah, yeah.
Now's probably not the best time to go get one.
It's not. Let's get moving so nothing goes wrong for post-crush.
On the other hand, if I get 2, then Sunset could have one with me. No, I will not give in.
This is adorable. You know, in the time it's taking you to fret about it, you could have gone and got some.
This is the worst possible time for churros. Pinkie, stop!
No, do over.
Our bad.
No, her bad. You saw whose bad it was, right, sir?
Let me hear 3 big cheers for 2 best friends.
You need to do a better job of preventing these things.
Another chance.
So here we go, another do-over.
Star Swirl Day 1. Come and get it.
Thank you. Ow! Thank you.
Oops. Sorry.
Sunset
I'll be more careful from
getting
now on.
spanked and
So I
saying
said to
thank
Big
you.
Mac, get your own
chicken coop.
Don't do this to me, please. Not on camera.
What do you call a fresh man with 3 eyes? Pinkie Pie!
No time for jokes. I'm gonna head out on my own today. Laters!
You okay?
Keep Pinkie Pie busy. Thanks!
But weren't you supposed to see Post Crush together?
You're just a troublemaker. Get away from me.
We know tandem fight! Sunset! Sunset! Oh, okay, now I'll find you! I'm having fun with my friends! Sunset!
Is that the same woman from the ship?
Are you ditching me?
Well, time for Pink Kamina murder mode.
Universe, I promise to make the most of this do-over.
Ow. Really wish my eye would leave me alone today.
Let me hear 3 big cheers for 2 best friends who got back
Oh,
together for
cute
one
sunny face.
night. It's Post Crush!
Yeah, can definitely see the personalities reflected in them.
Be the true original. Dare to be what you are meant to be. Working hard, that's our thing. All this way, we're perfectly true. True original.
These dance moves, though.
True original. We're perfectly true.
What a perfect day!
But is it so perfect without hanging out with your friend?
There she is, Lone Wolf.
Pinkie Pie's been acting mighty strange this evening. Any idea what might have happened to her?
We lost track of each other.
Me? Lose track of Sunset? But she's been right here the whole time, right?
Oh dear.
Right, Pinkie
This
Pie.
really is party of one. Like, you've made a fake friend.
Thanks!
How was the show? It was perfect.
I was being judgmental, darling. What is the point of throwing shade if no one's there to catch it?
Sorry. Too blissed out from the show to care right now. Talk tomorrow? It can't be. It's still...
Stars World Day 1! Come and get it! Oh, sorry.
She's
I'll be
becoming
working.
so resistant to it now.
Okay, equestrian magic. My do-over can end now.
Yeah, you gotta find a way to break the loop.
Cue snips and push Sandalwood out of the way in 3, 2...
You stage direct? Whoa! Oh, you could have warned me, you know.
Tried that. You called me a witch.
Are you?
Snips. Are you?
Watch it.
Sorry, thought you didn't come up till later. I'll make a note of that for next time. Day 17, saw a paint guy by food
Wow,
truck right
poor
before he breaks up
Sunset.
with his girlfriend.
Like,
It's not you, it's her. I'm not a witch. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, well, you better run.
wow, I can't
Run
imagine
from my problem.
going through every day
I actually haven't tried
helplessly.
that yet.
knowing every little detail. That's actually kind of scary. I feel like I have an eyelash in my eye, but I looked in the mirror and there's absolutely nothing. Something keeps making my eyelid wobble, and it's really annoying.
Maybe if I leave the campgrounds, it'll finally end.
What are you talking about?
This is all your fault.
Are you saying the calendar industry cooked up a conspiracy to make every day today just the same paper?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
You're right. It's too obvious.
Of course.
Hijack the
Of
RV
course
while
it's
you
too
were all
obvious.
sleeping, but I've tried everything except leaving.
It's possible a snag in the fabric of space-time could cause a temporal point, i.e. this
this
data fold in on itself and thereby repeat.
Wow, she's already done this.
You really have done this a lot.
Oh no,
Okay,
she
you made your point.
had the same
Stop.
explanation before. I'm on board.
This time loop started because I missed post-crush. So why didn't it end when I saw them?
You sure it's only about post-crush?
I probably ask you this every day, but what did Princess Twilight say when you told her about this?
The journal, of course.
In all of
I
these
got
attempts, she
weeks
hasn't
ago.
once thought of it.
Seriously though, why didn't you? Are you asking yourself, Sal, how'd I spend 17 days with my best friend Pinkie Pie without asking for help until now?
Still think this is only about post-crush?
Bad news. Transmission shot. Repairs ain't gonna be cheap. Tow truck says he'll need cash tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Sure. Tell him I'll give him $1 million if I see him.
Because, yeah, everything's gonna reset. It's kind of creepy to think that technically, don't their current consciousnesses die?
Oops.
Because they reset.
I'll be more careful from now on.
No, Rainbow Dash, you won't. Every day you say that, but you never are. Why won't you change?
Okay.
Okay, therapist. I'm sorry I don't change.
So, you think Princess Twilight can help you with this temporal loop thingy?
I sure hope so.
Let's see. Pinkie just drinking away. I'm surprised she hasn't had to urinate by now.
Sunset, I've been doing some research, and it looks like you found another long-lost equestrian artifact.
Lucky me.
The Time Twirler. I don't know how it found its way into your world, but when activated, it has the power to loop time. What you're experiencing isn't simply magic run amok, or a wish gone awry. Some pony is using the Time Twirler to cause this.
If we find whoever used the time twirler to start the loop, we'll be able to end it for good. Tell the others we've got
Is
a new
it
mission.
post-crush using it?
Just a little preview
Because
of the
they've
red
come
tip.
back
Whoever has the time
for a
twirler
special
is the only
occasion.
person besides you
I'm
who's
wondering
gonna
if
say
they
yes
want
do
to
the
keep
same thing
performing
every
day after day.
Notice anyone who doesn't belong.
Like at this
Unless
one event.
Anyone evil.
I don't think so.
I think I've called the
How
twist.
could I? Every day is the same.
Every day's the same.
It goes round and round. Wait, what was that?
Round and round and round and round. Round and round
Hey,
and...
what are you listening to?
So ordinary.
Oh, the sirens!
I think we've got a clue.
They must be a last-minute addition.
Who?
But they lost their voices. They gotta be using magic.
That or vocal processing.
They wouldn't. Wait, what am I talking about? Of course they would.
Who are you talking about?
Yes!
Let's find,
Oh,
let's find,
lovely!
let's find the magic.
Dazzlings are back?
Loving the outfits, girls.
That song's called Find the Magic.
Human scum.
Human scum!
Seriously?
The chord progression is kind of samey.
And the Dazzlings are behind the time loop.
No, red herring, my dear. It's obviously the group you were going to see.
New mission. We have to get backstage.
Our backstage passes are only good for day 2, and you're not a VIP.
You're a V important P to me?
The key is getting past him.
We just want an autograph.
Oh.
He's terrible. The weak shall crumble before me. I got this. Wait.
That needs to be a Pinkie Pie t-shirt. The weak shall crumble before me.
No detours, no walking off while I'm talking to you.
Last summer, were you working at the,
Cat food convention.
convention? Oh, that's right. You were the guy who,
Yeah. I got fired!
because, now, what happened again?
I tried taking a kitten home with me, all right? But that's against the rules!
Ugh, if she blows this thing, I'll have to start all over tomorrow.
Was it an orange cat?
Tuxedo! Ask me her name! Say what happened!
What was her... Oh, I guess I don't got this.
You don't, but together we do. For a time looper, today's failure is tomorrow's success.
Okay, so what's this successful day gonna go like?
Star Swirl Day 1. Come and
You're gonna...
get it.
I'm surprised you haven't started blocking that.
Sorry. What do you call a post-fresh man with 3 eyes? Whoa.
Human scum.
Human scum! And that's probably my favourite line of this special.
We just want an autograph.
The sunset, please, those eyes.
Say hello to Hattie the kitty cat.
Who was the kitty?
If you spend all your time keeping people
Gross
out,
kitty.
how are you ever gonna let anybody in? To your heart.
Oh, gosh. Go ahead and go backstage, the both of you.
Really? Wow, thanks. Great
Oh,
idea,
that's so
Sunset.
wholesome.
We came up with it together.
Ooh, that was our best show yet.
The loop is really working. Of course it's working.
It was my idea. I knew it. I bet they're hiding the time twirlers somewhere in
It's
their
a
tour bus.
different kind of loop.
Pinkie. Also, looks more like a tour band to me.
I'm still not convinced. I still think this is
Stay
a red
here and
herring.
stand guard. If you see anyone coming, sound the alarm.
You got it. No one's gonna get by me. No way, no how. Nuh-uh. Nope. Nah, nah, nah.
Wait, did one of you remember to take the bread out of the toaster?
It's not my job to not start fires.
How is I supposed to know you can't put tacos in the toaster?
That's the Sonata we know and love.
Oh, annoying. Let's go.
Keep and watch. That's what I... What's that smell? Could it be?
Oh, wow. Pinkie.
Exclusive star-crusted cinnamon dip churros! Now's probably not the best time to go get one. On the other hand, if I get 2, then Sunset can have one with me. No! I will not give in!
Yeah, okay.
So good. No.
Pinkie, stop.
Not here. Oh,
Why are there tacos in this thing?
who leaves toast in a toaster? Honestly.
Don't even think about eating our toast, Sunset Shimmer.
I was wrong. This is the worst possible time for churros.
What are you doing on our bus?
Sorry, not sorry, Adagio, but it's time to take this track off repeat. I heard you admit the time loop was your idea.
time loop? What? We looped a vocal track. Hey!
You're telling the truth.
Of course I am.
But your song, every
I
day
could
is
just
the
look
same.
into your
That's
past.
about being stuck in this miserable human world with no magic or hope of returning to Equestria.
And by the way, if there's equestrian magic afoot around here, we call dibs.
I thought if anyone would want to be able to redo the day and fix their mistakes, it's you three.
We made the mistake of using our powers to manipulate Canterlot High School, and we've paid the price for it. With our magic.
Unless you count the magic of vocal processing.
Which I don't.
Sure.
What I'm saying is, we already get a do-over with every new day. It's called living life.
You should try it sometime.
I can't!
I really respect this
Sunset
direction
Shimmer. Are you mad?
for them.
I don't get a new day, okay? I get this day forever. Nothing changes. I can't tell you how sick I am of Pinkie Pie ruining everything by running off to get churros. I hate churros.
Oh! I, just wanted to say the Dazzlings are back, but I see you seen them, and you see me too, so, see ya. Cool tour bus!
No, Pinkie, I didn't mean it.
If the day's always the same, maybe you're the one who needs to change.
Wow, the Dazzlings are dropping wisdom like no tomorrow. I actually really enjoy the way they were included in this.
I'm sorry.
It's okay! Did you convince the Dazzlings to break the time loop?
No, it wasn't them.
Oh, well, I'm gonna find a nice line to wait in so I don't ruin it for you again. You deserve to have a good day, Sunset!
So do you, Pinkie Pie.
Oh, that actually touched my heart. Like, I hate seeing Pinkie sad. That's probably a big deal. That's probably a big part of it.
Star Swirl, day one. Come and get it!
There we go.
Get your own chicken coop.
What do you call a post-crush fan with 3 eyes?
You call her Pinkie Pie because you spell your name with 3 eyes.
Oh! This is adorable. Oh!
In your face, mud.
You okay?
Never better.
Okay, here we go. The perfect day.
This day's already amazing!
I know. Pick whichever one you want. They're all slow. But security is an art. It can't be rushed.
Wow, preferential. Yes.
Win a tandem bicycle!
You two have fun now.
Oh, this is so
All I have
sweet
to do
and
is say how many
wholesome.
candies are in the jar, and my sugar senses say 305! Oh.
572 and a half, counting the green jelly bean you ate part of in the parking lot.
Oh, yes, I love how she can use all of her previous knowledge to make this day so perfect for her and Pinkie. But this is so cute and wholesome on a friendship level, but you just know people are going to use this as ship fuel as well. Well, that's fine. Sunset is amazing. Ship her with literally everyone. Wow! Nice!
This is the best day ever! And now for the
This
grand
is really
finale.
cute and wholesome. I love this special. I knew I would.
You'll see. Follow me.
Swirl cinnamon swirl churros. Get them while they're marginally fresher than a little bit.
How did you know?
2, please.
Oh, how sweet. She hates churros, but she'll
You know,
still get
when I
them
did
for the
things alone
friendship.
my way, I realized having a perfect day wasn't perfect without you.
Aww.
Ow! Mine's hard as a rock. This is like eating a crowbar.
I know.
That needs to be a GIF.
Broke down to me for the last time. Find someone else to deliver churros backstage to Post Rush because I quit.
What an opportunity!
See what happens when you embrace the chaos of our friendship?
This couldn't happen with all the mission planning in the world.
I hope they like us. You must have met them on one of the other days. Tell me what happens.
Nope. First time. And I'm glad it's with the other half of my dynamic duo. You ready?
I really like this dynamic duo. These two make a really good pairing.
Hey, the usual delivery guy looks like two girls today.
Hey, it's the current year.
The first time we have done this. Yesterday was a different day.
Today can be a funny thing.
Word. Thanks for being fans, but we gotta, get on stage.
Of course! We don't want to keep you. Come on, Sunset.
But before you go on, at least give me the honor of shaking your hand as a thank you for all your music and
out
else
them.
you might have done to
Out
me.
them.
I mean,
they were the ones behind this.
Anything for a fan. Tomorrow has to be perfect. We've only got
Yes.
one shot at this.
Yes, this was very telegraphed. I'm glad I called it. I wonder if I'm the earliest. Let me know if I was the earliest to call this. Yeah, they keep fixing their performance. I see. They were rusty after being away for so long. I see, so that's why that day was redone, because that pick wasn't meant to fly to sunset. Ah.
Your voice so flat. Ugh, I can't. Whatever. We can just do it all over again.
How are they not sick of doing that?
You found the time twirler. You're the ones causing the time loop.
Pause. How did you see my brain?
We're gonna
How did you see my brain?
Perfect. A fangirl like you wouldn't get it.
Unless you're such a fangirl, you do get it.
You know fans can never get it.
But I do. I wanted things to go perfectly too, but now I know they never do.
Then we stop never.
And now that we know you're in on our little secret, you'll never set foot inside this festival again.
Go ahead, take our pictures and hang them up. Tomorrow morning they'll all disappear.
Ever heard of drawings?
Everything resets.
You don't, and neither do we. Now that I've seen your faces, I'm an art school dropout, and you better believe I can draw your faces so good, guards will ban you at the gate from now
Okay.
forever, ever.
Oh yeah, fantastic. Art school doesn't know what it's missing.
Security! We gotta coach our troops. Crazy fan alert!
How are you gonna let anyone in if you keep kicking people out?
Oh, the guard might be one of the best characters, no lie.
Think fast, Sunset. Come on, think. Okay. If we climb up this tree, attach a rope there, and swing over and... Who am I kidding? I'm done for.
At least we'll be together.
You know what? That actually makes being trapped at an eternal music festival seem not half bad.
I mean, I guess you get over it after a while. I mean, doesn't that also mean you're technically immortal? You can live the same day forever.
Oh yeah, it was a little too inedible for my taste. Like eating a crowbar!
Wow, okay, using it as a crowbar. That's a new one on me.
Hey, you two! I remember you.
You do?
Yeah, you respected my security line earlier today, so many of these kids just don't get it.
We get it!
So I thought, hey Self, these gals aren't crazy fans, they're just fans. And they didn't do anything illegal.
Weren't about to either!
You're just big fans of Post Crush. And since security is all about karma, I thought it's only right you should be able to see the show.
Mister,
This guy is the best.
the
I really
security
like
guard
him.
Ever.
Oh, gosh. Go on in.
Oh, you
Finally,
are
time
precious,
for
my
us to
good
tear his
sir.
hair and turn
I
it
really
pull it
like
off.
you.
Ugh, make it not work anymore. Wait.
What's wrong?
It's just that.
Oh, is that
I've
wallflower?
already
She
seen
looks so
Post-it.
happy.
But if we break the time loop
Oh,
right now, you won't.
oh, I'm so happy
We're
for
ruining
you.
Post Crush's only reunion show.
Are you kidding? They trapped my best friend at a super fun music festival without me for weeks. They are so going down.
Well, time for murder.
I'm getting tired of living the same day over and over. Can
That's
this
what I
please
was
be our
saying.
Last performance.
We've been over this, Susie. We don't stop until we get it perfect.
And that will never happen.
But
You have something that doesn't belong to you.
who let you two back in?
Karma.
Time twirler now.
You wouldn't dare. If you were real fans, you'd want this show to be perfect.
Nothing's perfect. Right, Pinkie Pie?
Hey, they ought to read that book that Twilight needed to read. Perfection, the Impossible Pursuit.
Come on. Give it back.
Is it gonna break? Okay, that's cartoon logic for you.
Let me hear 3 big cheers for the 2 best friends back together for one incredible night! House
Our legacy is destroyed. Everything was riding on this show, and you ruined it.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, wholesome ending.
Your fans don't want perfection. They just want to see you rocking out and having fun.
Yes.
Sometimes the flaws
Yes.
and silly mistakes are what makes the experience perfect. That's the best part about seeing live music. And it's the
Oh,
best
well,
part of
this
being fun.
special has been well put together. Everything came back around as it should.
Guess we got so wrapped up in the pressure to be perfect.
We forgot.
So what do you say?
I don't know. This one's for real.
Let's do it then. For real. It'll be you and me. Just like old
These
times.
two are shit,
Whatever
aren't they?
happens.
Very Lyra and Bon Bon vibes I'm getting from these two.
Always first place, never second best. Only high stakes, we aim to impress. And there's no room for mistakes. Yeah, we're flawless every day, 'cause we're all about perfection. Projecting that pure reflection, exceeding your expectations. Yeah.
Oh yeah, do.
True, original, dare to be what you were meant to be. Working hard, that's our thing. On this way, we're perfect, perfectly true. True, original. True, original. True, original. We're perfect, perfectly true.
Oh. This is filling me with so much good feeling.
But it's not about perfection. Set off in your own direction. Shake off the expectations. You're the true original.
Oh, this is so good. Oh, wow. You see, this is exactly why I knew it would be worth reacting to these specials. The mistake I made with Forgotten Friendship will never be made again. Original. Yes! What a triumph!
I think we just played Star Swirl.
Yeah, you did.
Get over here and take a photo with us.
Now this is a perfect moment.
Okay, they ended up being pretty cool. Oh, yes. Day 2? Day 2.
Star Swirl Day 2! What do you want to do today, Sunset?
Whatever the day brings us. Yesterday was the longest 3 weeks of my life.
Yeah, I can't imagine living the same day for 3 weeks. That's enough to drive you crazy, I think. Like, first you get used to it, then you'd have fun, then you'd get bored, then you'd get like, how the hell do I get out of this, and have a breakdown. Like, it's not something you can keep doing forever, even if in theory you might like to. It's like people say, oh, I wish a zombie apocalypse would happen because then everyone would be free and I'd know exactly what to do and where to be safe. And those kinds of people would be ripped apart within the first 5 minutes of an outbreak. Like, it's that kind of thing. Or, you know, you'd be so desperate for the return of normalcy that you'd turn into either a psycho or a deranged loner or a killer. But wow, what a good decision it was to have this be the last Equestria Girls special I watched, because if I'd have watched this first and watched Spring Breakdown afterwards, I feel like I'd have been severely underwhelmed by Spring Breakdown, because while that was overall a fun time and had a stronger second half than first half, I feel like this was strong, amusing, wholesome, fun the complete way through, was full of genuinely awesome cameos like Wallflower and the Sirens. The Sirens got big speaking roles, like, comparative to what I was expecting, so that blew me away. The adorableness between Pinkie and Sunset as a pair of characters coupled up, like, that was a great dynamic to expand. I loved everything about that. It kind of amused me that Sunset didn't have to like apologize or immediately fix up any mistakes or missteps she made with Pinkie and her friends because of the day resetting. They avoided the whole cliche of we've got to wait 5 minutes for a whole apology scene kind of thing. Like, no, let's just skip to the next day and have her try things differently. This special kept things moving forward, I felt. And as a result, I was pretty thoroughly entertained. The security guard was a standout character, let's get that out of the way. He ended up being such a wholesome being who was just dedicated to his job. He reminds me a lot of Tenya Ida, how he might act as a security guard. And of course, as I said, the Sirens, seeing them come back and get some sassy reintroduction and interaction with Sunset and dropping the wisdom on her. The Sirens delivered a moral to Sunset. Who would have ever seen that coming? Like, let alone them returning in general. Who would have seen the Sirens helping Sunset realize what she did wrong? Like... Wow, the way they were utilized was pretty perfect. They didn't intrude or get in the way too much of the plot. They were used as a plot element, but they never took over, they never made it about them. They were just there to do their own thing and laughed off Sunset and made fun of her for losing her friendship at the time. Like, I think that was the best way to go. Like, it was a great moment of fan service and a great inclusion, but they didn't overstay their welcome. They were used perfectly, I felt. And that's a big fan of them. I didn't want them to overstay their welcome. Like, this was very much about Sunset and this whole repeating situation. And I could tell ahead of time that the Dazzlings were just going to be a red herring to bring up in the episode to pad some more time. But in a way I really appreciate. I knew from the way that they were making it a big deal that these two, I don't remember their names, I'm sorry, first watch, I'm never good at remembering new characters' names, but the duo that was performing, they made a big deal about them reuniting for this, like, final show, like a reunion kind of thing, so it's like, it would make the most sense that they'd want to do over their day, either for perfecting the performance like what it turned out to be, or what I assumed was to be, we want to keep living this day over and over again because it feels so good. And obviously, as I did fear, like surely you'd get tired of that. One of them was. I'm glad that they actually brought that up. Like, even if you were having a good time, which they clearly weren't, they were arguing all the time, like, you would get sick of it. Like, too much of the same thing in a row. Like, you just can't do it. That's why people, like, change what sandwich filling they like, what their favourite cereal is, you know, like, what their favourite book series is, what their favourite cartoon is, what their favourite movie is. Like, you can't keep satirizing yourself with the same thing. Like, your tastes will change. Like, too much of one thing in a row makes you crave the other thing. The grass is always greener. The main thing I took away from this entire special is how wholesome it was. Like, wholesome in the sense of this, wherever I'm putting it on the screen. These kinds of moments, I live for it. It's why Equestria Girls is very dear to me. Like, it allows for certain things that, like, you wouldn't get in the pony show because of certain ways of doing things that exist to human culture that aren't present in pony culture. Like, as a big anime fan, is one of the reasons I'm a big fan of Equestria Girls as well. They just find a way to incorporate these more human conflicts, and when they get to the wholesome moments, it's so much easier to put yourself in those situations and feel like, oh, this is just precious. Yes, so many good moments. Oh my goodness, I adored seeing Wallflower being all happy, interacting with people, less of a social wallflower. Like, oh, I'm so proud of her. Like, she looks so happy, and I'm so happy for her. Oh, precious green daughter is doing good. That warms my heart. Yeah. Lots of Pinkie adorableness in this. I thought she'd get annoying with her distractions, but she didn't. Because of the way Sunset kept varying the timelines, Pinkie was utilized very effectively, I thought, in sending her down different avenues of emotion and action. Like, I thought it was used really well. You know, from having fun doing the things initially to playing catch up with Sunset and, like, realizing she was ditched and going all party of one for a moment by making a fake Sunset, then being all like having fun with her, and then something going wrong. I think I'm already forgetting details. I need to rewatch it. And then the whole helping her get backstage and then being upset when she heard her call her out for all the time she ruined it. Like, Pinkie was used for different facets of the story. Like, she wasn't kept one note throughout the whole thing, which was very important because this was a pretty long special, it felt like, especially compared to Spring Breakdown. And I felt the pacing was on point. I really enjoyed the way this went down. Now, the file that I've got did seem to have a sudden cut in certain places. I don't know if they were removed scenes. I know there's a lot of logos and advertisements that appear on my footage because this was gotten a while ago. This was the copy I got quite a while ago, so I think this was like broadcast on a foreign TV station or something. Certain things came up in another language, so I don't know if I've not watched the full version. I hope there is a fuller version out there that I can watch at some point, but obviously I won't react to it because there's no point sitting through the whole thing again with the reaction when the point is to do blind reactions. Like, it wouldn't make much sense to do it all over again just for the sake of a few 30-second scenes. But that's what I'm going to assume, that there was some content trimmed for what I'm probably viewing is the TV version. Like, if there's a fuller version, then that would probably explain some of the weird jump cuts. If not, and it's just a result of ad breaks, a surprisingly frequent amount of ad breaks, and that's fair enough. Yeah, just wanted to explain if there's any cuts that aren't supposed to be there, that's why. And that's why there's all the watermarks and logos coming up. Like, obviously for syncing purposes, I like to use the exact same file I reacted to during editing, so for future like shenanigans projects and stuff, you can be sure I'll be downloading the fuller, no watermarks quality videos, but for now I'll be using this version. Yeah. Sunset, best girl in the Equestria Girls franchise. I really enjoy anything she does, and this was pretty much all Sunset centered, and that made it absolutely delightful for me. Love seeing a Groundhog Day scenario like played fully out. It's not quite the same as Apple Bloom having the recurring nightmares looping over and over again. It's not quite the same as Twilight going through her time travel back and forth in the season 5 finale, or the loop she went through in It's About Time. This truly felt like Groundhog Day. This was like the true Groundhog Day reference. Like, I really enjoyed everything about this. I did think it was an effective red herring for the younger audience. Like, I'm willing to admit that not all of us would have seen the twist coming until pretty late on. I don't think you could chalk this up as being too predictable. I don't. Because I know a lot of people who would be hyped for the Dazzlings return would buy it. Like, well, yeah, if they found a way to feed on magic again, you know, if they found a way to feed on emotions again, what if they were going to feed on, like, the positive vibes of a good performance? Like, you know, there was a 1% part of my mind that thought they could do something like that. Like, let's keep looping the day to keep feeding and feeding over and over again without getting discovered. I thought that might be a thing. And obviously they expected the audience to consider that as a thing as well. Like, the purpose for them replaying the day was to keep gathering more positive energy. I know they functioned on negative energy before, but their music video, Find the Magic, was centered on finding a new way of, you know, finding the magic. Like, so it wasn't completely out of the realm of possibility from a theoretical theory standpoint that they could harness positive energy now. Like, they could have evolved the way their powers work. But obviously, without those little gemstones, they can't really do that. I like how they admitted that the reason that they seem able to sing now is because they're using those, like, special microphones that help tune your voice as you sing. Like, I think some voice coaches who reacted to Disturbed's cover of The Sound of Silence when it was live on that one show, some of them suspected that he might have been using a microphone that slightly helps correct your voice. Like, I know those are a thing, so I think that's what they were saying that the Dazzlings were using, which, hey, it obviously works really well because I love how they sound. Obviously, you can tell it's been quite a few years since Rainbow Rocks. I do think it's the same voice actresses, but you can definitely, there's so much different tone and enunciation in their voices that makes it sound almost like a different voice actress, but you know that's just a result of, you know, time passing and the person having a different interpretation on how they should voice the character they voiced before. It's happened many times before in different shows of all walks, anime and cartoons. Like, the same person comes back but they sound entirely different because too much time has passed. Their own interpretation on how they should be performing the character has changed, or their voice has changed over time. It's just unavoidable. But okay, I've spent enough time talking about the sirens. My main point is that this was an adorable special, full of lots of great moments. The fact that she was able to loop her day for 3 weeks straight meant we got a lot of variations, and they really stretched their creative muscles here. They really flexed on us with all the different things that you could get up to, all the different shenanigans that could befall you. I think we saw plenty, and I'm really glad for that. I was very satisfied with how this all came back around and tied itself up in a bow. I felt like all the narratives were neatly tied off, and yeah, out of all the specials I've seen so far, I definitely think Forgotten Friendship and Sunset's Backstage Pass will get plenty of replay in the years to come. I mean, I know I say that about Forgotten Friendship. It's been a year or two since I've seen that, but I'm just saying it joins Forgotten Friendship on that whole tier of this is amazing Equestria Girls content. Everyone needs to see it. I hope Rarity Dash already reacted to Sunset's Backstage Pass, because forget Rainbow Road. Why am I talking about Rainbow Road? I'm meaning to say Spring Breakdown. If I've been saying Rainbow Road Travel instead of Spring Breakdown, shoot me. Because before checking out any Spring Breakdown reactions, I think I'm going to be jumping straight into the Sunset Backstage Pass reactions, because come on, like, this was just great content throughout. Okay, I think I've done enough talking on this. I'm just blown away. Like, I knew I'd enjoy this. But I didn't... You're never prepared for how much you're going to enjoy something you know you're going to enjoy. I'm feeling so warm in my heart right now. And... yeah, that's all I got. I'll see you guys next time.